Keeping chickens in winter, why you should not insulate your coops. Let's get the details out of the way. We raise and keep chickens in northern Alberta. We're talking north enough that we get 18 plus hours of sunlight during the peak of summer, and as little as 7 hours of sunlight during the dark of winter. And speaking of winter, we experience some really cold temperatures. I remember the -41 we had on Christmas Day about 5 years back now. Now that was cold. We're just grateful there was no wind that day. But as cold as that was, we didn't lose any of the dozen chickens that we had housed in our uninsulated barn out back. Uninsulated? Really? Yup, we do not insulate our bird buildings. Never ever will either, and we'll share some of the reasons with you here. Ventilation is more important than insulation. If you get nothing else out of this blog, please let it be that lesson there. It may seem counterintuitive, but you need to get rid of the warmest, moistest air from your coops. It's that air that causes frostbite on your birds, and frostbite causes chicken toes and combs to turn black and fall off. If you see frost build up on the walls of your coops or barns, you need more ventilation. Mice love living in the insulation. Mice like to live within 10 meters, 30 feet, of their food sources, and insulation houses a lot of rodents. Eventually they chew through walls and infest the insulation, and that has health risks of its own. We frame and board the outside of the chicken coops, but the inside walls remain open to the birds. They will keep the mice away themselves. Yes, chickens eat mice and have a lot of fun hunting them too. What can I say? Nature is cruel for sure. Chickens aren't super fussy about where they get their protein from. Full disclosure, we did try putting chickens into a building that we had sprayed with foam insulation. That was also a failure. We boarded the walls as the chickens loved pecking the insulation, and where the walls were boarded, mice eventually chewed through to live in the insulation. No amount of wire cloth or mesh could keep them away forever. Insulation is expensive. If I have to choose between buying milk for myself or insulation for my chickens, I'm going to choose the milk. All my chickens really need is a draft-free building to call home. Each standard-sized bird is like a 10-watt heater, and they get warmth from each other as they roost in the cold weather. They trap air under their feathers and warm it, and as long as there is no draft to draw their heat away, they keep themselves warm. Remember that chickens are very hardy, and some handle cold better than others. We try to select chicken breeds that have small combs and booted feet. The more feathers they have on their bodies, the better. Please subscribe to receive the latest tips, tricks, and techniques for your backyard poultry. Thanks for watching.